Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening, because tonight we're carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing our version of Carl Sargent's classic Night Below Mega Adventure. And we are currently playing this with the most recent version of Dungeons & Dragons, at the time of recording at least, D&D 5th edition, the 2024-2025 versions. And with me tonight are the stars of our Night Below campaign. I'll go the order. I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight? First up, we've got Andrew.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrew and I'm playing Shuk2 Gemfinder, a Deep Gnome Ranger, and his companion Panther.
Very nice. Ooh, you really struggled for that name, eh?
Ow, right out of the gates.
Right out of the gates.
Crossfire.
Next up is Will.
I'm Will. I'm playing Chael. He is a 10th level elf cleric of Coralon.
Very nice. Next up is our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everyone, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Alisha Taliesin. She is a 10th level human paladin of St. Cuthbert of the Old Cudgel.
Very nice. And last but certainly not least is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Kalador. He's an elven fighter rogue.
Very nice. So, last session we left off with you guys still in deep translated conversation with an elderly fella.
Our new friend.
Mm-hmm. Your new friend.
Chael's favorite guy to hang out with.
There we go. Thidric Weissmarch, the hammer of the Shapers, the mind of iron, and the eldest king. Now, we had some more discussion and revelations from last night. What do you guys recall happening last time? It was Shuk2 who primarily did a lot of the talk. I think part of what, just to give you context, part of what you guys did talk about last time was your plans for after you successfully get out of here.
Yes.
And there was some discussion about what Thidric Weissmarch might know about the Shapers, aka the Aboleth.
Yeah, was that something about like we added the gem finders to the list of mighty holds that are going to forge the army of the Hammer versus the Shapers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some. Go ahead, Andrew.
Right. What's it called? No, Andrew's lost it already.
Shapers have expanded their range and have taken those with magical powers, so we got him involved with what's currently happening on the surface, but probably everywhere, to try and get them all riled up against the Shapers.
I think you talked about doing that. It was never communicated to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet. What has to help Andrew out here? What he'd asked of them was, "What do you?" Oh, go ahead, Andrew.
I think I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. He was very interested in because we asked for clarification on. We were trying to figure out exactly who the Curse Forge were, just so that, because we suspected he's talking about the Duergar who were here, but we wanted to confirm this because we believe he thinks that we're just funny looking, funny talking Duergar. And so when we asked about this, he asked if we were nomads, if how did we know, why are we asking about that? And then we gave him an answer, and then he said that the Curse Forge come from very far away, and so often they travel in smaller numbers because it helps them, avoid trouble and such, which the eldest king, thinks could be why our clan is unaware of their clan, and vice versa. So we're definitely planning on using this to our advantage because it's a nice, easy explanation as to why we look weird, talk weird, and don't have much of a knowledge of the other clans. So we can use this to our advantage to GTFO. Oh, sorry. And one more thing. The other assumption that the eldest king made was that the gem finders must be more of the lost kin of Grilmander, a lost hold, and so that is also kind of working in our favor there. And then, of course, as Dave's saying, like we're maybe we're talking about how he's asking if our people are being held by the Shapers, the Aboleths, and the Sunless Sea.
That was in response to you saying that you were from Grilmander.
Yes. Yeah, right. Because of our home.
Yeah.
But then he also asked about the Fortress of Five Wills.
Yeah, Fortress of Five Wills, if it still stood.
Are your people held by the Shapers in the Sunless Sea? Is that why you are so freakish and malformed?
I don't know.
Do you yet survive in the ruins of Grilmander? And does the Fortress of Five Wills yet stand?
Yeah. And then when we told him we don't know because we've been away from home for so long. But then he said, but we did talk about how the Shapers are attacking and taking people. They've taken a couple of our magic users. We also said that they took one of our own, that we used to be more of an adventuring party.
Yep.
To which the eldest king left us with a couple thoughts. One, my heart, though dead, burns with rage for your clan. If they have been seized, they are clay for the Shapers' wills. And yet you have come before the eldest king now. Do you know the path to Lost Grilmander? For if not, I know the secret ways. And I will share that with you in 2 weeks' time, which is now today. So
that was what, and I said 2 weeks because I just am far too used to the other campaigns.
Yeah.
Okay, then you are still before the eldest king. Anything we missed in our summary, guys? Nada?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing specific I can think of.
Then you are before the eldest king again, or still, and he has offered that he knows the secret ways. How do you respond? So Shaktu will have just translated that for you.
I think we want to take them.
Depending on the cost. What's the cost of such information? Oh, mighty eldest king.
So again, I'd remind you guys who you're speaking to. You're not speaking to some simple trader or some merchant who you can barter things with. He has been patient thus far because he thinks you ignorant children. But he has also shown an inkling of his willingness to correct your misapprehensions in the dynamics between your relationship. Chill, in particular, would be able to shed light on that. He saw him in his full, wrathful form, which led to Chael taking the knee.
Yes.
There is definitely a way I think you can swirl this, but to approach it with, well, what's it going to cost you, as if there's bargaining going on, that's what got you in trouble before.
In the first place, yeah.
I think the other thing, like in terms of cost, I think the cost is we've implied or haven't haven't denied fealty. Like the last time when we tried to suggest, well, we could go get more of our people and bring them here. They'd love to hear all about you. He responded with, well, haven't you come to serve? That was 2 weeks ago. So he's kind of, I think he's made some assumptions that we are now in his service, whether or not we choose to. So I think it's more about, my thought is that we try to swing him towards, this is our service, that this is how we, right, make him think it's his idea. And
so
then,
what do you want out of this is a question, right? Like, do you want to just get away? If that's the goal, then you should pursue that. But again, there may be information, or you guys had thought there may be information that could be gained from this fella.
Mm-hmm.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And if you are running,
prevalence.
where are you going to next?
Well, I think that question we knew, because I think we said last time, if we can get away from here, our goal is to return on our trip or get back to our route, trying to find our way to the rock or dirt elves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These are stone elves, technically, but
Stone elves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirt elves is what Druin calls Elanian.
yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. I wasn't around for that part as much, so.
So,
So, does he have a message for our hold that we may take back? Instructions on how to deal with his enemy?
Yeah, we could ask him. How do we ask him for his wisdom in how our hold can better resist the incursions of the Shapers?
what do you think his answer would be?
Of course. Why the hell aren't you just doing that now? If he tells us if he enlightens us on this secret path, we can take this information to the gem finders and prepare our attack, which we technically will be trying to do at some point.
Well, that's one route. I'm thinking as well, we could think about this. He thinks, based on what we've said, that Grillmender is our home, but we've also told him that we haven't been there because when the Abelis attacked, we were scattered and strewn about, which is why we're all over the place. And that's why he's giving us the secret ways back to Grillmender, because if it's captured, then we won't be able to just walk home, right? So
no, he's giving us the secret ways into the Abelis land, into the sunless seas. I thought.
He said, and yet you come before the eldest king now. Do you know the path to lost Grillmender? For if not, I know the secret ways.
Oh, okay. So he's sending.
What did he say before that, though?
My heart, though dead, burns with rage for your clan.
No, in the previous.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Are your people held by the Shapers in the Sunless Sea? Is that why you look so freakish and malformed? Do you yet survive in the ruins of Grillmender? And does the Fortress of Five Wheels yet stand? So he knows Grillmender's been destroyed, or he thinks it has, but we told him no. We're not living in the ruins of the Hold.
Does he know of? Well, why don't we ask him for more information? Does he know of ways to defeat the Shapers?
Oh, I think we will we'll for sure do that. I think I'm just trying to get my.
Make an exit.
Well, no, I know. I'm not saying we leave now. Are people held in the Sunless Sea? And to which we said some of our people are being held by the Shapers, but we didn't say all of them are. So,
Correct.
and the implication that we haven't been to Grilmander in a while, we could position it as, the secret ways would be helpful because we could like scout and try to see who, if anyone, has anyone else returned and found their way back to Lost Grilmander. Is there a hold to restore and join with these other forces?
So you want to be a scout, basically? You think that's a...
I'm thinking it's one option we could go with that would it would make sense. It would logically follow. It would be in service, and we could frame it as being in service of this.
So in the context of his question, guys, what do you think the relationship is between Grilmander and the Sunless Sea?
I think they're the same place.
And what do you think the Fortress of Five Wills is?
Because at one point he said that they had been forced out by the Shapers.
Right.
So forced out of Grilmander by the Shapers? No? Am I getting that wrong?
He has referenced Grilmander as Lost Grilmander.
2 weeks ago, he said, or I'm kind of getting mixed up, but earlier in this conversation, I'll put it that way, he had also said, when he asked about do the Shapers seek your kin and assault your hold, he said, and we said yes, and he said, then has the time come after all these aeons to seize the Sunless Sea back from the Shapers? So, okay, I had misinterpreted that. So, so that makes more sense. You're probably right then, that the Sunless Sea is the same thing, or at least that Grilmander is within it, or
part of it or something,
or could be an island in the sea if it's a literal sea.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
but if he can give us more information as to how to defeat, or how we're going to defeat the Shapers and secret passages to get there, we'll happily go scout this out and return with more troops.
Yeah.
I have a question. How do we traverse the Sunless Sea? And because there may be some very dangerous things lurking in there.
Worse than aboleths?
I've dreamed of terrorists in that sea.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's true.
Yep.
Well, I mean, presumably some of these secret ways might be in part to, I mean, I don't want to assume anything, but maybe they could help in circumventing that, or maybe not. Maybe, yeah.
Well, if he thinks we're Durgar, we probably can't breathe underwater. So it's got to be some way that a land-dwelling creature can get there, or some magic to get there.
Or he just assumes we know how to build a boat.
Perhaps. So ask him, see if he's willing to share the way, and we'll scout it out.
So one thing I'll ask you to consider: is there a way to secure information from him that does not just seem like trying to get answers to questions?
Right. That did not go well last time.
Right.
Because there are ways to do so, particularly if for one who may have an opinion of himself, given that he calls himself the eldest king, there may be some self-deprecation that may assist in framing such a question.
Well, we are clearly not knowledgeable on such topics because we're the lowly scouting party for our meager hold. What knowledge does the eldest king have that be willing to share with us lowly peons?
You did say that you were seeking him out for knowledge.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
We I think we referenced the fact that to our people, just as he said that Grilmander is this lost legend to him and his followers, but likewise we had said that we had sought him out to see if the legends are true, because it's been so long at this point that he has become the stuff of myth and legend among our people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, play on his ego.
Exactly. Imagine how that goes over with some who has had thousands of years to focus on his own importance.
Yes, play on his ego. Ask him to enlighten us. Yeah. 'Cause we're foolish, lonely peons who mere scouts for our tiny hold.
You know, you mentioned the sea just before we do that and the dangerous things that live in it. You guys did hear from, I believe it was the night below, about the Kyotoa city.
Right.
Those things live underwater.
Oh, and there's probably a whole chapter on them. I mean, sorry.
City of the Glass Pool was what the night below had mentioned, I believe.
City of the Glass Pool. So could that be the same damn thing? The city could be Gromender, the glass pool could be the Sunless Sea. Different cultures might just call it something different. I mean, or the glass pool. Sorry.
I mean, they could be. You would be translating from common in that case, and it wasn't a euphemism. It was called the City of the Glass Pool. So, it could be a figurative word as well. But
okay. So,
Stroke his ego.
how do we want to position it? Like Andrew, and this is Andrew kind of asking for the linguistic, the actual language help.
Well, use the language that we are a mere scouting party from a small hold, and the information of how to get to Grillmunder has been lost to us for far too long. Perhaps
did you guys say you were from there?
But we don't live there anymore. It's our home away from home.
Okay.
Right.
So,
And it's not that we don't know how to it's not that we don't know where our home is. It's that we can't just walk into our own home like we once could, because it's in ruin and is probably occupied. Which is why the secret pass would be
The
good.
cavern going into the Sunless Sea has an occupado sign up on
it. Big sign about getting off my lawn.
Yeah.
So, odd coincidence that I'm drinking Kraken rum tonight.
Nice.
Deep Kraken. Den.
Okay.
Was that a cover band?
I think it was from a few weeks ago.
Oh no.
No,
I don't think I want to know what cover band Deep Kraken was.
I don't remember which one it was, and I hate the devil diff, so. Did you guys say it was my Pogues cover band?
Tricking the Lich was my alt rock cover band.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But, what are you going to ask? Shuck 2? He knows the ways.
We could have just said Deep Kraken was the name of my plumbing company, but yeah.
there you go. That's what's up.
Yep.
I'm all about a plumber joke.
I don't think much is up if you're seeing a Deep Kraken, but anyway. Okay, moving on.
Ask a question.
I am mature.
Grovel. Sorry, grovel works.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, my actual brain's not firing on all cylinders tonight, but all right.
You should try applying some lubricant like Kraken rum.
Yeah, that's upstairs, and I gotta translate it. So give me a minute. So yes, we have come to prostrate ourselves.
Your greeting is unusual. Small ones.
One of those games. I'm sorry. I didn't
No prostate exams during the gaming session.
Now we definitely derailed him.
I just
He
now you got
started
me
to talk.
twisted around. I'm like, wait, am I good? No, prostrate is correct.
Yep.
I'm just all right.
You
We
just
have
need
come
that
before
number.
you to to lay ourselves down before you to seek in your legendary wisdom. For we are but a humble scouting party, lost and powerless. And so we come before you in the hopes that your wisdom may shed light on a path by which we may find our way and retake our home. If you know of secret ways to return to Grilmander, we should be eternally grateful. Okay. Sufficiently grovelly? I don't know. Also, I'm boiling in this thing.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. He has replied.
He's asked a question I don't know we can answer.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Okay. I know the way to Grilmander, for it was my home. Little weird one. Kevin's
Everyone else in the
trying-
party's like, eh.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe I thought it was.
You know, I am not beyond just leaving you guys here to deal with them, and I will go home.
We
Try
meet
translating
Andrew's
that.
third character.
No, at that point, we kick him out of the group.
Oh.
He abandons us all here for the Lich. Oh, I guess, sorry, man. You're done.
Yeah, we'll see you every couple months in Legacy of the Crystal Shard, but not here. Okay, sorry. For it was my home, little weird one, and can show the way, but have you the will and the iron to seize it back? What are your numbers among the gem finders?
Oh.
Yeah, that last part is the tricky part. We've already suggested in this conversation that following the Aboleth's attack on Grilmander, our people we had to flee and we were scattered. We've already said that earlier.
Yep.
So we could lean into that and play to and like suggest some ambiguity here. We would probably have to give some idea of a number, but we could say we were this many strong. We had, I don't know, we had 1,000 of us. There were 1,000 people or fellows or whatever there at the time of the attack, but after we were scattered, we lost we're not in regular communication. We don't know exactly how many remain, so that might be one way to go about it.
You can tell Andrew, as a person, is not a very good liar. He gets way too convoluted and stuff. You really just need to keep this simple.
I'm an honest, genuine, authentic human.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Honest people don't know how to lie.
Why don't you guys each
And
give
yet I like
us?
playing rogues. It's very weird.
Get into
why don't
sales
you-
for a couple years. Get into sales for a couple years. You'd be a great liar.
I was in sales for a year, and I never felt the need to lie to my customers. But anyway,
I do
Mind
appreciate
you,
that
being
this.
at sales and Best Buy may not
I
be
appreciate that
exactly
this
the same
conversation
thing.
has not turned into a lawyer joke, guys. So I do.
Yeah, Kevin's just like, oh, man.
Fucking dodging bullets
just
left and right.
So
Oh boy.
Jesus.
So what I was going to ask is for everyone to give us an insight check as well, please.
Check.
Looking good, Dave.
Into
Come on.
what's Dave got? I can't see anything.
While we're rolling, Kalador would suggest you could use partial truths. Like,
Yeah.
you could give him the true number of your clan,
Mm.
and you could say that you haven't spoken, or like, sort of like include some of the truth of not spoken to them for a long time because you have not, because we've been away from them.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea. I can give a. I don't have to give
Missing
an
partial
exact.
truth.
Alicia, we need an insight check from you, please.
He asked about your clan, which you could give partial truths there.
Right. And I don't need to give an exact figure. I can just ballpark of how many gem finders live.
Yeah, it's about 4,000, I think, of you guys. Chael,
Yes, sir.
one thing that dawns on you
Yeah.
is that, and Shakti, this is probably something you're going to find fertile ground with, having spoken to this guy. Those in power and those who feel they have dominion or authority over others, they sure enjoy talking about themselves.
Mhm.
So one, like for instance, someone might insist on telling you about all the bands they were in when they were in high school. Just as an example. But
Right,
you
yeah.
can, I imagine you would recognize that you can use that. If you need someone to just talk about stuff, you can encourage them to talk about themselves. You don't get to be king without at least some healthy appreciation of your own value.
Yeah, your own ego, for sure.
So if you wanted to try to simply gain further information, flattery is another tool in your arsenal for that type of personality.
If Chael shares that with me, Chuck 2, I could try to. Okay. The gem finders. My king. It has been quite a long time since the Shapers assaulted our home and forced us to separate. However, at the time of those attacks, we numbered roughly 4,000 strong, all hard of heart and iron and steel, but sadly insufficient in strength to withstand that assault. How do I transition to this? Of course, these numbers no doubt pale in comparison to the glory that was Grumender under your leadership and guidance. But such is the way of time. Such is the way of time. I have no doubt that we could find some of these gem finders still, and that they would be willing to. They would wish to retake their home. The Shapers will pay 1,000-fold for each of your brave kin that died. I would probably respond just a quick, you bestow upon us a great honor in your recognition of their bravery and their memory.
He nods his head.
Did your lore keepers speak of the day of the deluge when Grand Grumender fell? Kevin is still finding ways to get us in a trap. The day of the deluge.
Well, think of like flooding or something like that.
Well, the assault, the
Much was lost. Ask him to fill in the gaps. No,
right.
or don't ask him, but like encourage him to. We are ignorant in the details of such.
Much
was lost.
One other thought I'm just having. Obviously, we know what parts of this already, but we do have to be careful too that he has said it was his home. Obviously, long before we were alive. So, I'm just thinking in terms of like how because I like Jeff's idea of mixing some half-truths in here, but I don't know what we could say to this that won't be caught in a lie.
Yeah.
You know, one of the easiest ways to get someone to keep talking?
No, please go. You enlighten us. Well, I mean that's where I want to
Tell me more.
Ask
Actually,
them,
you know what? Maybe it's pretty straightforward.
even as simple as, and then what happened?
Right. That I would say back then. Alas, the few lore keepers that escaped with our group have long since perished, and the stories that they have told have been passed down, but have no doubt become changed with time and details lost. We'd be honored if you would be able to tell us the tale of that terrible day.
Lord, he's typing something. Somebody makes me nervous. Please don't be me.
So you gotta keep cackling while I'm doing it, eh? Hold on.
The I also feel never mind. The Shapers could not conquer the dark dwarves of Gromander, and so they turned to elder things and broken places and brought a flood upon us that left most of our kin drowned and Gromander all but gone beneath the sunless sea. Some self-aggrandizing there, no doubt.
Why don't you give us who was trained in history here? Is it anybody?
I
Is it only
think
Knox?
George is the only one. Let me look. Yeah, I think Knox is the only one. Yeah.
Okay. So what is that? I'll make it a little higher difficulty. What doesn't everyone give us a history check, please?
Yeah.
At 20, chill. Wow.
Wow. Roll20 wanted to make damn sure that you got this one.
Yeah, even if you have disadvantage, he's giving it to you.
So, thinking of this, the way that he's phrased it, Chael, when you think of turning to elder things and bringing on a civilization-ending magical destruction, what does that remind you of?
Let's see. We're in Greyhawk, so that would be like the was it called the Green Death?
The Twin Devastations.
Yes.
The things that led to the death of the Baklunish Empire and the Sulis Empire
Sulis
a little more than
Empire.
1,000 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the operating theories that has been shared with Knox is that the Black Brotherhood aligned itself with he who shall not be served anymore.
Yes, he who is kicked to the damn curb.
That they were aligned with them, and it was they who tricked the Sulis into bringing that and the destruction of the Sulis Empire and the destruction of the Backloonish. Who else is said to be allied with the Elder Eye?
It'd be the elemental evils.
In the campaign, not in background.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think in general. No.
Alisha came across some of
Oh
these.
my!
Alisha, who do you remember when you were
Oh, the mind
first?
flayers?
Not the Mind Flayers, although they seem to be allied with someone else.
There was the Grell and the Black Star.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe Shothra got the Black Star, who is a herald of Thaddeus Dune, the Elder Eye, the Chained One. Where did you see Grell recently?
Back in that cavern about 3-4 episodes ago, with the Mind Flayer who
Oh.
seemed to be the leader.
Oh.
So, Mind Flayer and Grell, Aboleth and Thurston.
They're all fundamentally, they're all extra dimensional entities, fundamentally.
Which are you talking about?
Just the ones he named, like Thurston.
So just a correction, Will. Remember, you guys learned the Aboleth, one idea is that they're from elsewhere, but the prevailing theory, the Aboleth are the original inhabitants here. They're not from somewhere else.
They're that which was, well, yeah, okay, yeah, no, yeah.
So
That certainly don't seem natural. They're all unnatural.
knowing that then, that it seems as if what was described there was a magical act that is unfathomable for a mortal wizard. I mean, who could throw a lake at someone? I mean...
Oh.
Maybe your surly neighborhood dwarf, but other than that, it's very difficult. So, tell us more, oh mighty eldest king. Come on, Andrew, keep the party rolling.
We're talking. All right.
And then what?
What eldest, or what forgotten creatures, or whatever he mentioned? So,
Right. Yeah, it said they turned to the elder things and broken places and brought a flood upon us. Okay, so
that sounds terrible. Empathize.
right.
How did you escape?
You the story both saddens and hardens our hearts. We have heard some of this, but to which elder things and broken places did they turn? What matter of creature or being could thrust an entire flood upon an entire hold?
not an entire hold.
Oh, I don't want to necessarily say city, just in case. Presumably, they did some digging or something and made the city collapse into the sea of some kind, but... okay, they sought the oldest of evils. A will not meant for this world, which desired the place of power that was Grommander. Oldest of evils. So, wait.
The chained one?
There's more.
Ooh.
There were those among our kind who heard the call of the elemental eye, but we burned those traitors out of our ranks.
We should
I
have
thought
done
the Aboleths were the oldest of...
the oldest of evils.
Yeah.
There's Dun's the oldest of evils.
Oh, okay. That's just Andrew not knowing the lore.
Okay.
One thing we've re-emphasized again and again, remember, Tharizdun is not a god. It is something bigger and older than a god. It is chained outside of reality because it does not belong in this world.
It took many gods and the deaths of gods to achieve that. Correct.
Yeah. If you want to think of it in terms of like the Greek cycles of myth, it's like a titan, something of a world that doesn't exist any longer, that doesn't have a place here anymore.
And the gods had to work. Gods who were not always friendly to each other had to work together to, put it away somewhere that it could no longer be reached. But
Though you have heard that the god Bakab was able to slip into that prison and out once again, and of course, whispers come out of this unfathomably powerful thing, as Knox learned. Although that power or burden has now been passed to something else. Remind us again, where do we think it went?
Kalador?
No.
Jeff's like, what? Not me.
No, clearly not.
We know.
Last you know, he was being brain probed by Illithid.
Yeah. Remember when we got captured and he was the one who suffered the most?
So if the Illithids know of the chained one and have more information on that, that's bad. Because if the Shapers and the chained ones are working together, which we've now seen Grell and Illithid together, doubly bad.
Yeah.
And you thought that this was going to culminate in a fight with some Aboleth. Kevin's gearing it up for the Aboleth to be a lieutenant. Oh, you guys thinking an Aboleth? Oh, that's the mini boss fight before you actually see the real boss fight.
I mean,
it's not just
reality as we know it.
Yeah, you guys can fight a god in any campaign. You guys are going to be fighting something older than the universe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
We're in. All right.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, what do we want to? Doesn't give a lot to. Okay, so sought the oldest of evils, who desired the place of power that was Grommander. Anyone who heard the call of the elemental eye, i.e., the whispers, was burned as traitors. Oh, there's more. Your kin may be ignorant of this, but you may have been slaves to the Shapers before your freedom.
There's more, Andrew.
Oh. Have you fled the Shapers now? Is your hold yet secure? Well, shit. We've already told him that Gromander's not secure, so that he can't be asking about that. He's just asking about wherever we are now, I would assume.
We don't have a hold?
We won't be able to say that because we've told him that our people have sent us to find out if the legends are true and to see if we can find him. So we've got some kin somewhere that we're living with. We don't have to, but we can play that up and say, you know, those few of us that have found each other over the last whatever have a hold, but leave it at that. I wonder if this eldest king was the one who freed us from slavery in the first place.
Really?
And if he's saying our kin may be ignorant of this, then it's probably a low-risk question to ask.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Risk it.
I'll try to. I will. Well, genuinely, I'll act a little surprised and. If we were slaves to the Shapers at one time, is this?
Is he talking about our? Never mind.
Our kin may be ignorant of this, but you may have been slaves to the Shapers before your freedom. So he's referring to our kin, right?
Is he referring to us being misshapen?
Maybe. In which case, it's not him who got who freed us. Is it possible that we could be ignorant of this because slavery to the Shapers would alter our minds such that we wouldn't know it if once we were free? Right? Like that's...
Yeah. Maybe he can explain. He's more knowledgeable of this than we are.
Right, right.
And we are mere scouts, serfs, escaped slaves.
If you present a truly terrifying prospect, if it is possible that we were once slaves of the Shapers, we are indeed ignorant of this. How did we gain freedom, or how was our freedom won? Did you add the first sentence to that, like, after?
I mean, my first time to the having to edit shit at the last minute rodeo.
All right. I know not, Warped One. I stood with our kin beyond the bounds of death so that we might return to retake the Fortress of Five Wills. Long have I dwelt in the halls of annals, at least until they found this place and brought it low. At least until they found this place? What did we call this? This is way back in the conversation.
I don't think we've learned what this place is called.
Yeah, we did. Hold on.
I don't think you did.
No. We assumed it had to do with a name of something, and we were just guessing. Though.
I thought it was back when he was referring to the first forge.
What?
Yeah, he said, "How did you find the sanctum?" Well, I guess sanctum is a generic term.
Yeah.
That could be used for a religious place or anything. So maybe it's not what this place is called.
Or it could have more than one name at different times.
Yeah, sure, of course, yeah. Okay. I stood with our kin beyond the bounds of death, so that we might return to take the Fortress of Five Wills. Long have I dwelt in the halls of the annals. At least until they found this place and brought it low. Kevin's just joshing me at the same time here. I'm sorry, small one. Am I boring you? It is 10:13 over here. Okay. So stood with our kin beyond the bounds of death. Do we ask him? Do we ask him about that process? Like,
Chill may have some insight into that. If this guy is a lich, there's a combination of unthinkable will, unimaginable magical knowledge, and a absolute lack of any compassion at the cost of achieving immortality.
Yeah, they have absolutely no. They're not megalomaniacs, although they kind of are.
I mean, it's kind of what led them to do the lichy stuff in the first place.
I mean, nothing. Everything was subservient to their pursuit of immortality. That's the easiest way I can say it.
Yep.
And they're kind of still stuck in that mindset.
And yet he frames it as, I stood with our kin beyond the bounds of...
If you're in a lawful evil society...
Yeah, remember, it's all about I. It's all about I. And use that to your advantage.
So if it's going to cost him the lives of 100 Vergar to achieve lichdom and potentially use that power to fight back them, it's probably not an unreasonable cost to pay.
Right. And he can still, he could still convince himself that this is about some higher ideal. What's 100 of them if it's to save this hold and to keep this place of power, which is probably the real goal.
Well, not for nothing. If you like being king, what's one way to ensure that you're never gonna have to deal with successors?
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Having heard this now, Chill, would you give us an Arcana check with advantage, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Advantage is still pretty decent.
So seeing the state of this guy's body, a lich is generally very well preserved by magic, unless it is an unthinkable long time, in which case they can sometimes, the physical remains can dissipate down to just ashes and scraps of bone as a demi-lich. But this guy, look at his body. This is a guy who has been through some shit.
Yes.
If there was a lich to have been through 1 or 2 wars, this definitely has the look of someone whose afterlife was not a tranquil, just waiting for your body to desiccate. There's obvious signs of violence with this guy. There's obvious signs where physical trauma has been inflicted beyond just the vicissitudes of age, right? Or vicissitudes of time and the impact of age. This is a battle-hardened and scarred lich.
Mhm.
He's been a lich for a long time.
Well, and additionally, he hasn't been dormant's not the right word, but sequestered, I guess. Oftentimes, liches, once they've achieved immortality, they continue to just study magic, basically. But there are also those liches who seek to impose their will. And it sounds like that's who he is.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's an active lich.
Very much so. Very much.
He's using his immortality as a power, almost.
And most likely to achieve things he could not achieve as a mortal.
Well, and what's interesting is like imposing his will and achieving things he couldn't as a mortal. This makes a lot of sense. But even think about what he's imposing his will on. Like, it seems, unless I have a vastly, completely misunderstood this entire conversation, like the extent of his will is only being imposed on a specific place. Like, this isn't expansionist, it doesn't sound like. He's not looking to take over all of the Underdark. He's using his power as a lich to take back what was once his and his people's, and it seems like that's it, for now anyway.
Okay.
So I guess, I mean, it's still self-serving, but like, I guess I'm thinking like there's a strange nobility about this, if that makes sense.
No, I mean,
But how do they got that territory in the first place?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you have to
who the
understand,
hell
this is
knows,
still a person, this is still an individual who's willing to sacrifice anything and everything to achieve immortality.
But again, in the context of, like, contrast the lawful evil nature of this with the chaotic evil nature of, say, classic orcs. A Dvergar you can make a deal with, because they will be bound so long as they feel that the law should be applying to you, then, or at least their word should be given. Yeah. That could be something you can rely on. You cannot rely on the word of a classic D&D orc.
Like, I think being willing to sacrifice anything and everything, maybe. I'm not so convinced about everything. I think because if his intent was to gain this power to retake or defend a home and the people that saw him as king, again, that's where I'm interpreting this lawful part.
Well,
he took oaths at one point, and those mattered to him, I think.
Maybe he felt he didn't have another choice but to pursue lichdom.
I mean, if you're facing against Tharizdun,
between the Aboleth and Tharizdun, that's a hard choice. That's a very difficult choice.
You know, from the history check from before, that's not a choice it's not unlike some of the choices that some of the Sulis made in the face of the loss of their empire as well, right?
Right.
Like, think too, like you said earlier that the process of becoming a lich, makes you bereft of any compassion, right? There is a complete absence of compassion or empathy once this process is done. That doesn't mean, I mean, it's a Dwergar, so I'm not taking this too far, but that doesn't mean that those things didn't exist before that process began, and in fact may have been what motivated one to go down that path in the first place at some point. I don't know.
No, and I mean you're onto something there, but I would say it's not so much compassion as it is
Conviction?
no. What do you a need to be adored, a need to be followed, a need to be obeyed?
Oh, so narcissism. Okay.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Now you're yes, you get it.
Even if he was a nice Durgar king, he's still a Durgar king.
He's still a king.
Why are you
and
guys?
he's still a king of Dor? You're exactly right, Alisha.
Yeah, why are we even debating this?
To be clear, I'm not trying to like defend him or try to hero worship or turn him into anything other than what he is. I think I'm just trying to understand how we got here. What because we're trying to understand how we can appeal to this creature to give us information that we can use in our own struggle against the aboleths and everything else. And two, at some point after that, let us live and get out. So
Yeah.
that's all. I'm just trying to understand his nature.
I think Chael has begun to think a bit more strategically.
Okay.
In that this is a powerful ally against the aboleths. This is someone who can bring a force that we don't necessarily have.
And what will the night below say?
Well,
Oh yeah, we got help from.
well, I mean, has he helped us per se? I mean, he to
We're
this
alive
point,
because of the night below.
yes, I understand that, but to this point, has he shown us more than himself and his daughter? Has he shown us 100 followers, an army? Has he shown us any of those things?
No,
Good question, Shale, as well. This is not far from the Night Below's domain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the eldest king, or Thedric Weissmarch, and the Night Below are aware of one another, or one is aware of the other?
I would definitely think the Night Below, based on our interactions with him to this point, either is aware or would say he is aware. He's very much of the all-knowing, all-seeing, great and powerful kind of personality.
And what about Thedric Weissmarch? Do you think he knows of the...
I don't have a beat on him yet, man. It's hard to believe that this undead, extremely powerful lich who can basically be invisible is not aware of him. But I don't feel certainty.
Imagine that you are a ruler of a kingdom. If he's got the name king, then there's, I imagine, a kingdom. And you first give up your mortality to try and keep that, and then find you fail in that effort. Then you come here, and he says it was brought low as well. So you failed a second time. And then while waiting for your lost kin to find you, or to do whatever it is that the eldest king is planning, you find a dragon nestling in the deep places near where you are. How do you think you react?
Well,
would you go and try and dominate that thing at the risk of potentially losing yet again?
That's my first gut instinct. I mean, that a lich, I would think, me thinking if I was a lich, I would definitely want to, number one, be aware of it. Number two, probe its defenses. Number three, dominate it if at all possible.
So
and if you can't dominate it,
but if you've lost twice,
you've got to come to some sort of agreement.
If you don't have any resources and you've already lost twice, you know, he sounds all tough and cool and eldest kingy, but he's really kind of by himself. We have a bunch of decrepit spiders. We haven't seen anything else from him. Going on that same theory, like.
And if someone's going to have the magical capacity to hide from a dragon, particularly in a place that they once called their home.
And that was what I was getting at. I mean, if this guy can be that invisible, he could very easily, I would think, hide from a dragon if he wanted to. He could very easily just fade into the background.
So let's leave and tell the Night Below where he is. And pow! Instant recognition with our patron.
Oh, Lord love you. I miss Druin.
Like, that was
No,
kind of
Druin would be wanting to throw axes into this guy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I mean,
Alisha does too, but you know, a different way of doing things.
Yeah. Okay, so then what am I saying? Yeah, the last few responses have been doesn't necessarily give us a specific thing to jump on.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
it's
no,
good.
not you. The last few responses from the Eldest King haven't given us like a specific thing for me to like respond to directly, right? He's
And
given
I'm
us.
trying to come up with something.
So what you would have wanted, and why you were getting him to talk, from what I understood, was so you would learn more of what he might know.
Yeah.
Right.
So we may have
there-
been slaves to the Shapers before freedom. He does not know at what point we gained our freedom, if that's the case, or how.
Right.
Is there a way to defeat the Shapers and take back and drain the water from the sunless seas?
Right. Yeah.
Take back your homeland?
Once we have this is me to him. No. Once we find our way back to Grillmunder, and if we can reunite with the rest of our kin, how are we to face these evils? How are we to retake the Fortress of Five Wills? And what, in your profound wisdom, have you discovered or learned about the Shapers and their... Well, I'll leave it at
So
that.
he's answered already for your first question.
Okay. Cool. You cannot, not alone, but I have not been idle in my time. Ooh. You look like you're typing, so I'll wait.
Okay.
Ever the polite Smurfeeblin.
Of course. Do not. It does not do well to interrupt the king,
Thou shalt not.
especially not a level 21.
Yeah, there's that too.
Oh. Okay. So again, you cannot face the Atlas or take them out, not alone, but I have not been idle in my time. You are the fifth of the lost kin that have found their way to me. So we have fellow axes in the dark.
See, I kind of remember that from last time. That's kind of what I was.
Well, yeah, he had talked about reuniting the clans.
Yeah, I knew there was like 5 clans, basically.
Based on this, there are at least 5.
Oh,
'Cause I find it interesting that before he mentions 4 other specific clans, and then Gem Finders was the 5th. But he says here, you are the 5th of the lost kin that have found their way to me. That could imply
there
that
could
there
be
may be
6, 7, and
others
8 still
that have
to
come, right? We're just the
Right.
5th that have arrived.
Right.
But let's not go down that road too far in case we betray that we don't know that there are 7 or 8, that we should really know that. Okay. Oh, there's more. And I recall the names of all those who fell in battle to the... Wait, what? And I recall the names of all those who fell in battle to those... Sorry, Kevin. The second those is to the Shapers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And have spent the long days since the fall of the halls of annals to bind them name by name over the centuries. Oh, right. Okay, so he's not only got the current Weregar that have found their way to him and their kin, the live ones. He's also, of course, got the souls and possibly skeletons and zombies of all the ones that fell.
That's what I've been waiting on. That's the
Yeah, he's not alone down here. We just don't see all the...
right. Because I mean, liches in general, they're not just going to sit there by themselves. They're going to have some sort of entourage, for lack of a better way to say it.
In fact, he says, when the time comes to retake Gromender, we will have all the lost souls of Gromender to crush the Shapers. The axes of ages will tear their cursed flesh. Okay.
Shale, you think you can hear very briefly, because of your background, as if there is suddenly a murmuring of thousands of voices.
Oh, yeah.
And it's as if you hear the kind of, you know, like when a murmur goes through a stilled crowd and it kind of moves across like a wave. You feel that in here, and it seems to echo off the ceiling as well. It's not deafening by any means, but it's that kind of like even a low murmur by a large crowd in a small chamber, just kind of...
Yeah, I just watched The Return of the King the other day, so yeah, that's all that's in my mind.
Well, and Shell, you know what? Where your mind would maybe go as well is those lost souls in the depths of Heathertop 1. All those lost elven souls that had been claimed by Malfeshnikor. So you guys might see Chael kind of look around suddenly at a sound you've heard, but none of the rest of you heard anything. I think that's probably before Shuktu finishes the translation. As soon as you hear that, Chael, you can just feel eyes on you.
Several focus pools. Sam Raimi.
So, what do you guys make of that? And what do you say?
He's not alone, Shakti. There's things that he's got that we are not seeing.
We mean things. More of these spiders?
Might be a bit more than that.
Ah. So he's talking literally about the lost souls of Grobender. I see.
Skeletons, zombies, ghosts, shadows, shades. Who knows? He is powerful enough to command a great deal of undead.
You guys do recall as well, every surface that you've seen in here that is not a natural formation, it had writing on it. Remember?
Yeah, and we never could really interpret it, especially without Knox. I could.
This entire place is one massive, like, undead summoning circle.
If you say ask that in questions, Chael is like, shit. Yeah, that's probably the case.
That's the thing. I'm trying to remember what requirements you have to lich them, you know? And I'm like, isn't there like a sacrifice of something mortal involved in that?
It depends.
Probably-
In this
Yeah,
case,
it depends. That's what, I'm
what
trying
he
to
said
remember.
is that happened before he came here, and he spoke about this place falling as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he seemed to be truthful in that, so it wouldn't have been occurred here. But if you are a busy lich with time on your hands and the know-how, you could bind souls one by one by one, but that would require you knowing or having committed to memory thousands of names.
Yeah.
When will we know? Or no, he's already said that has the time already come to retake the Sunless Sea. But now he's saying when the time comes to retake. If you believe the time has arrived to finally retake Gromundr, then we oh wait, no, maybe we shouldn't say that.
Are in. No?
Well, because if we're the fifth, I don't know, guys. Should we like? Is there a plan with the other 4 clans? Is what I'm thinking. Like, are we supposed to?
If we come to him as the 5th clan,
Mhm.
he is going to use us as he sees fit in that army, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any other view he would have to the clans other than this is my army. These are my followers. These are the people who are going to execute my will.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I would think if I was a lich of his power.
They might not all need to be alive either.
Right, and that's the other thing. I'm thinking, like, what? Because I sense, I guess, for lack of a better word, there's more undead that he is command of than we have seen. And what if some of those are some of the clans?
Well, that's it. Like he said that there have been 4 other lost kin that have found their way to him.
Mhm.
He never said anything about them leaving after they found him.
Although those tracks did come and go a month ago, right?
They did come and they left as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, then
Yeah.
never mind. Well, and there weren't many, and he has said that they travel in small groups. So yeah, that makes more sense. So presumably he sent those other 4 out to bring the other 4 clans back now that they know where he is. Okay, then let me try. You yet again your legends of your wisdom prove true. If you have spent all this time in preparation to help all of our kin retake what was once all of ours and what was once your home, if these others, the other lost kin that found their way to you, regarding the other lost kin, how do they now serve? The tracks suggest they have departed once again. Are they bringing the remainder of their clans here? One of y'all is going to have to learn tongues Andrew's voice is not able to take 3 sessions in a row.
I don't think I can actually learn tongues. I think I can only learn comprehend language. I think.
Right.
I think it might be a bard and wizard and sorcerer and warlock spell.
We need George.
Yeah, I take that back. I can learn tongues. I just don't have it prepped.
Well, if you want to take a level in warlock, Chill, I mean, the Thayer's Dune has an opening.
No, thank you. Please drive through.
No, the Shapers know of this place and think it fallen.
So they're not being threatened right at the moment.
Yeah, so they think they've already conquered. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And how better, there'd be no better way to, bringing all the other clans here as a rallying point would be a pretty good way to put a huge beacon and you might as well have a rave. And there is, I think that's just Kevin. I don't think that's,
he said that. He said that.
He said that exactly like that?
Mm-hmm.
Then he adds, and there's a damn dragon lurking nearby. He's getting pretty familiar now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish us to take the dragon out?
I guess I should also say, a dragon as well. Many are the horrors that we must face. We should act a little surprised that there's a dragon here if we're not.
Oh yeah, we should be
like, what? Oh yeah. Old Below and us. We know each other. We go way back. Good way to get us killed right now.
You are not incorrect, my friend.
So Kevin, we are like meta rules in the game are that if a player's not here, the character's not here. Can I answer the question truthfully?
Absolutely. He's not asking at present. He's asking in general.
Just in general. Okay, fine. Yeah. Yes, one of our traveling companions is a wizard.
He responded to you about the dragon as well.
Oh, okay. Right, regarding the dragon, yes. The stinking lizard slithered its way down here. I almost read that as shithead. Yes, the stinking lizard slithered its way down here long after the halls of Annals fell. Okay, so in response to, yes, we have a wizard, he says, then I can share the knowledge to have great magics bring you all to the Sunless Sea.
Ooh, shit, are we ready for that yet?
Nope, but sounds like that's happening.
Yeah, okay, 1 minute.
Don't feel like we have a whole lot of option to say no. Well, we could. We have lots of options to say no, and then I think we will still end up retaking Gruminder. It's just we won't have a whole lot of free will in the process.
Or we need to go back to our clan and get them to join us.
Yeah, I think this is where we're going here. And I can bring you into the grand service of seizing back our homeland. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay.
And then what you see is skittering sort of across the courtyard towards you is one of these necromantic spiders, only instead of an eye fused into the abdomen. As it's going along, you can see there is a hand that has been grafted onto the back of the abdomen, and it is sealed. And this thing kind of skitters right up to your feet, Shuktu, and it rotates around so that it can open the hand. And within, what you can see is a piece of, looks like iron ore that has had some kind of carvings placed into it. Looks very similar to the markings. The stone itself, or the iron ingot, is probably about like yay big. It would fit easily. It's a little big for your hand, but it's probably fit easily in a dwarf or human's hand. And then he says that.
With this stone, you can send word. Oh, okay. So it's this. Yeah. With this stone, you can send word to me and to your fellow lost kin. So it's a sending stone.
Sending stones are only paired items.
Oh,
This is very different than that.
this is a one-way. This is a one-way transmission.
No, sending stones are paired items. You have one sending stone, you can speak to the other one. If this one allows you to send word to him and to others,
Oh, it's linked to many different.
that is different.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does this? Well, I would say, remarkable. Does this stone? Would we speak through this stone to you and all of the lost kin at once, or may we communicate with you directly or a clan directly? I kind of want to know if we're broadcasting to everybody. Or is this like a listening, you choose who to speak to? Okay. Well, I kind of want, Chael, I kind of want you. Oh, you're BRB. Okay, well.
No, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
see me?
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I don't have video for anybody but Kevin.
You poor bastard.
Yes.
I normally have Jeff too, and I don't have him anymore either.
Yeah,
I got Jeff. He's looking a little red, but
yeah, I was in the sun this weekend.
oh, okay. I thought maybe it was just the tone of the monitor or something.
Yeah, I feel like Chael doing like investigating this to see what. Never mind. It's fine. We can't. We gotta. Do I take it, guys? Does anyone want to take this? All right.
You should you're his minion.
Hey now. I will take the stone. Acquaint yourself with your fellows, gem finders, and learn from their experience. We shall bind an army of iron, and the living and the dead shall ultimately triumph over the Shapers. I'll look back at him. Thank you, King. We will find the rest of our kin, and the gem finders will be ready to join and retake our home. Then rest here, gem finders, knowing you are safe under the power of the eldest king. Oh, do we trust him? I don't know. I don't know. He's still a lich. We could end up waking up undead.
That's not exactly how it works. But
No, I know.
Yeah.
The question is, do we feel like we have made him think we are sufficiently useful?
I'll be safer to rest here than safer in the Underdark.
That's true, and I think he recognizes. Okay, so maybe he doesn't know exactly what we are, but I think he recognizes that we're not just a bunch of noobs, for lack of a better way to say it.
Oh no, he definitely called us a bunch of noobs earlier. He thinks we're ignorant little children.
Yes, but
Misshapen.
that's in a way of speaking. I'm not saying he thinks that we are equals. but I think he understands that we have a modicum of power. Nothing to compare to his, but more than maybe what he's already gathered to him. Maybe he perceives that.
He perceives that he has found another tool that he can use to pursue his own aims.
A useful tool, yes. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Are we okay then so vote yay, we stay? Oh, hold on. Old man, the dead man's still talking. Okay.
Kalador's talking?
Ouch.
Or former dead man. Oh, sorry. I'm getting my dead guys mixed up. Oh, come on, Cal. You don't need to feel like...
Interesting. I'm assuming, Kevin, there was a 2 right after need there. Okay, so...
No.
I need fulfill... Okay. I need fulfill promises to our lost kin and whisper to them of our coming triumph. When you are ready to depart, send word, and I will grace your fellows for the dangerous journey. PM.
Guys, did I mention we're swapping over to Gary Gygax's most famous game now?
Oh.
Oh, no. I mean, I have the books.
I've got books somewhere in here. I'll find them, by God.
Yeah.
So, wait.
Dangerous Journeys.
Dangerous Journeys.
My apologies for my ignorance, my king, but do you mean to say you have promises to fulfill? Are you saying that you are departing? If we are staying here...
I thought he said that we were going to send messages to the other...
No, he's saying he needs to fulfill promises to our lost kin and whisper to them of our coming triumph. So, but then he says, when we are ready to depart, to send word to him, and he will grace us for the dangerous journey. So it suggests he's not going to be right here while we're staying here? Andrew might just be confused.
Oh. I thought it sounded like he's going to grace us, like wish us well, or...
Oh, yeah, that I get, but it's the whole, like, sending word. Why do we need to send word if we're staying here where he is? He's just going to be here. We just tell him we're ready to go.
Well, he's hidden, right?
Oh, right, because we're doing this, I keep forgetting, we're doing this whole thing through a arch of, like, runes. I must speak the names of our lost kin across the cold country of death. They have long waited in the dark. Their shades must have their hearts stirred with the fire of vengeance.
You can hear that.
So he's got to boot the network.
Shale.
What's that, Kevin?
You can hear that muttering once again. Of invisible, or at least unseen thousands. And remember, you still got that rod in your hand. If there was an invisibility spell active, you would see them.
Oh God, I kind of don't want to see. But at that level, I'm like, oh my God. He's like, hello, Will.
I'll say then, with the utmost of gratitude, we shall rest under your watch, and inform you when we are ready to depart.
God, he's typing again, damn it.
Well, this confirms it. Be at ease, Dwergar, and be glad. The time of blood and battle will soon come.
And with that, you can see him beginning to drift and turn, and he vanishes from sight once again. You, of course, can still see him, Chael.
Yeah.
But as he drifts away, the spiders slowly, the spiders slowly begin drifting and disappearing among the ruins, leaving you with the echoing sound of the falling cascades and the sound of your own beating hearts. You are, once again, alone. And we'll find out what you guys are going to do in 1 week's time. So, your audience with the eldest king has come to an end. And for that, you're each going to gain another 500 XP. Guys, let's make it 1,000 for today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's easier math. I'll give you that much.
Absolutely. And you guys you guys have done a really good job. Andrew's done an enormous amount of heavy lifting as far as.
Great, man.
Yeah.
You really have.
I'm tired, guys.
And the interpretation of you guys as well, like everyone trying to discuss what the importance of whatever's being saying, or the meaning of what was being learned. That was very, very good to see. So then for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 244 of our ongoing Night Below campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. Guys, we're going to hit the big 250 before the end of year.
Wow.
Nice.
In addition, there is also a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels dedicated to this game, this campaign, and most games and campaigns we run on the channel, as well as things like Finder Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. There is a terrific, knowledgeable, helpful, and friendly community over there, and you're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. Like, for instance, if you wanted to get a copy of the Night Below box set, you can probably find a copy in their catalog. But if they don't have something... Ooh, I shouldn't take it out because now I can't get back in. They don't have something in their extensive catalog that you were looking for. You can put it on a want list. They'll send you an email when it comes in, and if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to use the code NOBLEMUSER, all caps, all one word. It'll save you 10% on any purchase of $10 or more through their website. Dave, I see you turning over something. There's that, the Dark Eye? Oh, yeah, from Ulysses Spieler. And the last thing I will say is that discount code will change as of October 15, 2025. So if you're listening to this after that time, just come back to one of our more recent videos and you'll see what the current discount code is there. The last thing I'll say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart heroes. So Andrew, Will, Dave, and Jeffrey, thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. Congratulations on successfully negotiating and bamboozling an elderly individual. That's
bamboozling
an old person. That's definitely heroic.
I'm just trying to, Kevin. I'm just trying to get through the Rolodex, right? I've got patricide, matricide. Befuddling old people has got to be up there. When I
was talking to Graham about the tone of the Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign, he's like, "So what have things been like?" I'm like, "Well, Andrew's character killed his mom.
And his uncle.
I'm trying to think. I don't think anyone else has done anything too egregious, but we did have someone die when they were thrown by a giant into the ocean. That was Mo's character, right? Tom?
Off a cliff, yeah.
Yeah, was it off a cliff? I thought it was off a cliff
off a
and into
cliff.
the ocean.
Yeah, off
Onto
a
the
cliff,
ice.
cliff on into the ocean.
Yep.
Yep, dark times. But anyway, for those listening at home, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes have encountered as they're simply trying to figure out how the hell to get away from this Dwergar lich. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.